Guys, today I'm gonna help you pack for vacation, or just perfect your sneaker rotation as we head into the warmer months. Because today I'm going over the top 10 best sneakers for spring-summer 2024. Kicking us off at number 10, we've got the Futura Labs Nike SB Dunk Low. So for the past few years, we've been getting some insane Nike SB collaborations. Last year being one of my favorites, we had the Born and Raised Nike Dunks, we had the Jarritos, the Yuto Haragomes, the list goes on. But in 2024, even though we've got a ton coming in the pipeline, none of them really seem to be stacking up to what we had in previous years, except for these. This is so far the nicest pair of dunks I've seen dropping this year entirely. They're definitely not going to be for everyone, coming in all over canvas as opposed to what traditional dunks come in, which is a mix of leather or suede. But nevertheless, the artsy style of this sneaker I think works perfectly, and this colorway is also going to work perfectly with a ton of your spring-summer outfit choices. In general, if you're trying to wear an all-over canvas sneaker, it's best to probably do that in the spring-summer months. You know, when it's not completely raining outside or super muddy, where the canvas can get super dirty and a pain to clean. My only issue with this pair of shoes is that it might end up being quite a tough pair of shoes to cop. Last Futura collaboration that we had was the Off-White Dunks, and those things were only sold at an auction. This one is supposed to be a general release and is going to be dropping very, very soon. We don't have a specific release date, but they should be around the corner, and a perfect option if you are looking to upgrade or add something a little bit different to your spring-summer rotation. Coming in at number 9 is the Nike Air Max 186 Sport Royal. Last year, Nike blessed us with an original reissue of the OG Air Max 186, and that was amazing. They put a lot of thought into this pair of shoes, reconstructing them as close to the originals as possible, and this year we're getting the exact same treatment, just in an all-over blue color. They're actually going to be dropping March the 22nd, and there's going to be a Volta midsole pair, which is going to be dropping on Air Max Day, which is March the 26th. If you're into Air Maxes, specifically the Air Max 1, this is a piece of history and an awesome pair of shoes to own. It's pretty comfortable and a great option for the summertime, especially in this Sport Royal colorway. Coming in at number 8 is something a little bit different. It's the Soleil Bembury Crocs collaboration on this new sneaker model. They're calling this one Juniper, I believe. So we all know the Pollux clogs that released a couple years ago, the super original, good-looking design that definitely got a lot of people interested. Well, this is basically the sneaker version of that. It acts as kind of a hybrid between a sneaker and just a regular pair of clogs. It's a sneaker with the midsole and the laces. However, it's still made with the same material that you find on a regular pair of Crocs, which makes this overall package just a ton more versatile. So they should have a lot of the benefits of owning a pair of clogs. They're super lightweight, comfortable, potentially a good water shoe, but still have a lot of qualities that a sneaker has. I think they just look super cool. They come in 2 different colorways as of right now. I'm sure there's going to be a ton more, and both of those colorways are definitely super bright and loud, and I would potentially opt for something a little bit more muted, but I'm still looking forward to this one for sure, and I'm definitely going to be adding this to my rotation. Now, these also haven't dropped yet, and we also don't have a specific release date for them, but they should be dropping relatively soon. But coming in at number 7 is not something different. It's an absolute classic. It's the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. This is a perfect option for anybody looking for a super versatile pair of sneakers. You can wear them around for all-day comfort because they're super comfortable. It looks good. It fits that kind of retro runner category. You can use them to work out in or just put together a more stylish outfit. It also comes in a ton of different colorways and different versions even. They're pretty reasonably priced, and honestly, there's not very many bad things that I can say about these. I'm really looking forward to the Design by Japan version, which has a few modifications like the larger Nike swoosh and some added suede parts. Those should be releasing soon at the time of recording, but there is so many other colorways that are also super spring-summer ready. So if you were going to be doing any traveling this year, I just think this is such a reliable shoe. It's a perfect option to bring with you. Coming in at number 6, another pair of shoes that hasn't released yet at the time of recording, the Jordan 1 High Latte. Now, this sneaker is basically just a lighter version of the extremely popular Jordan 1 High Mocha. So if you liked the Mochas like most people, then you're probably going to like these. Granted, this colorway is definitely still a year-round pair of shoes, but man, I just think that the summer fits you could pull off with these is going to be insane. I love my Jordan 1 Mochas. I wear them a ton. A lot of people found that they just wore their shoes so much because it's a versatile colorway that goes with a ton of different outfits. And I would also kind of argue that the Palomino Jordan 1s could be thrown into this list as well, kind of like an alternate version, maybe if you preferred those. But if we had to pit them side by side, just the fact that the Palominos have a lot more darker colors, the Lattes would be the spring-summer option. They're going to be dropping May the 29th for $180, and even though Jordan 1s haven't exactly been flying off the of shelves recently, I definitely expect these two. Coming in at number 5 is the Jordan 3 Craft. I love it when this happens. A pair of Jordans releases that's not an OG colorway. It doesn't gain the insane amount of hype that usually comes with those releases. But when people get them in, they're like, damn, this is actually a really sick pair. That's exactly what happened with the Jordan 3 Craft, and now it's one of my favorite Jordan 3s. The colorway is just perfection, and you can't get much more of a spring-summer colorway than these. They're covered in light gray and aged accents, which look really good combined with the white leather. But the best thing about these is definitely all of the small little subtle changes that Jordan made to them. First, you've got the double material added on the toe box and around towards the back of the shoe, and then you've got all of the double branding that you find on the tongue and also around the back. They also changed the shape of these just a little bit, which I actually prefer the way that they look on foot to a regular pair of 3s. Overall, it's a very well done pair, and you can actually find them at a reasonable price. Nike might even have them on sale, so it's definitely worth checking out because I think it's a solid one for the spring-summer rotation. Coming in at number 4 is the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack. Something a little bit different this year, which I think is what a lot of people kind of wanted. You know, after a long time of seeing a ton of Travis Scott Jordan 1s, I think it's about time we got a Travis Scott signature sneaker, which is exactly what this is. These are going to be dropping April the 30th at the time of recording, and there's also a red and black colorway releasing the month after. But I gotta say, this reverse mocha Jordan 1 inspired colorway is definitely my favorite. The sneaker itself, if you just broke it down, it's kind of a combination of all of the other Travis Scott collaborations. You know, it's got some Jordan 1, some Travis Trainer, some Mac Attack. I think they look really good. My one gripe is the retail price being $200, but I guess you could say that you do get pretty solid packaging. The box is super nice. You get some added extras like the dust bag, 3 extra laces. If you have the opportunity to pick these things up, I definitely recommend it. It's a banger. Before we jump into the top 3, I do have a couple honorable mentions. First one being the New Balance 1906R. This is another classic, a very versatile sneaker just like the Zoom Vomero 5. Probably even find more colorways and different versions of these things. Another honorable mention would be the Jordan 1 Low Black Toe. These you can find for a very solid price. It's a classic colorway and just an amazing option. Right now, specifically, great option. Final honorable mention, maybe a little bit more controversial, but it's the Drake Nocta Hot Step 2. Typically, people have a lot to say about the Nocta sneakers, a lot of them calling them feelers, especially the Hot Steps. However, this second version, something about it I just really like. We've seen a couple different colorways that are in the pipeline for this summertime. Got a white one, a purple one, and the initial launch colorway, this orange one. That's it for honorable mentions. Let's get into this top 3, starting with the Yeezy Foam Runner. Since this sneaker first released back in 2020, I have brought them on every vacation, and they've been part of every single spring or summer rotation. Hell, I even wear these things in the winter, and I've never looked back. It is pretty much the perfect shoe for so many different scenarios. It's crazy. They are a perfect shoe for the beach. You can wear them all day long because they're so insanely comfortable. I wore them on vacation and took them to a jungle hike that we did where we were swimming in rock pools, and they were the perfect shoe to wear. And the best thing is, after 3 or 4 years of me wearing these things non-stop, a little bit of detergent and scrubbing, and they look brand new. I definitely recommend the Yeezy Foam Runner. It's going to be one of your best shoes for this summertime. And even if it's not the current ones that are dropping through Adidas, you can pick a pair up for a somewhat reasonable price on the aftermarket. Coming in at number 2 is the New Balance 9060. It's a shoe that I loved when it first released, but as time has gone on, I've only grown to like it even more. It is my favorite New Balance sneaker model today. It almost feels like the New Balance model that for anybody who was apprehensive to try out New Balance as a brand, this was kind of like the gateway. It's a mix of like retro design with futuristic elements. And once you try them out and see how comfortable these things are, you're probably not going to go back. They look great with staple outfits, and they also look great with spring summer outfits like shorts. There's a ton of different colorways and also different versions. Some have mesh, some have all over suede. You can get some more premium ones, some more affordable ones, collaboration ones. It's a solid pair to have. But coming in at number 1 is the Jordan 4 Military Blue. This is probably the most anticipated Jordan model for most people this year. It's returning for the first time since 2012. However, this year it's going to be the first ever true retro, meaning that they're recreating this sneaker as true to the original release from 1989 as possible. And not only all of that, but just look at these things. They're the perfect spring-summer colorway. The classic military color blocking with the suede around the toe box, the perfect combination of blue and white. These things look insane. They have changed the name of these things to industrial blue, but honestly, I'm still going to be calling them military blue, and I assume most other people are as well. They should be dropping on May the 4th at the time of recording, and if you're trying to pull some insane fits this spring summertime, it's going to be a perfect option, but I also imagine a somewhat tough cop. Let me know down in the comments what sneaker you're going to try and get your hands on, and check out that video over there that YouTube is recommending to you.